That's like his golden slogan for me.
Yeah. And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from a situation if it's like no longer serving me.
Yes, Diddy's now getting super cozy with Steve Harvey's daughter, who Diddy's son, Justin Combs, used to hang out with.
I don't think that her and Justin were even that serious. They were just out in the club a couple times.
I think it's more interesting that Steve Harvey's there.
I owe you a dinner, man. I owe you a dinner. I obviously can't afford to get anything else.
Like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no dinner.
Steve used to have a room in the house, and it had some kind of digital lock on it. They had to figure out the code. You got in there, what was in there? She said, hell, a big dirty desk, and it was dirty with a computer on it. I said, so Mary, did you look on the computer? She said, yes, I did. I said, so what did you see? She said, men, naked men. I got it on tape, so don't play with me. Naked men.
It looks like Lori Harvey might bring ruin to Steve Harvey's empire because she has been going on a rampage to expose her stepfather. She's connecting him to none other than the notorious party animal we know as Diddy. And I'm telling you guys, there are some shady claims that are coming to light. Not only are people starting to call out Steve and Diddy's close relationship, which we all know being close to Diddy can never mean anything good, but Lori is going out on a limb to expose the shady dealings that happen behind the bedroom doors. You heard that right? Apparently, she's going on a spree to expose her stepfather as a revenge plot because Steve initially got her involved with Diddy. For those of you that don't know, Lori has been cited on several occasions with Diddy on vacations, dates, and more, yet she denies ever being involved with him in the first place. Kinda makes you think what the man did to the poor girl that she wants him erased from her life.
I hadn't really experienced life. So I think at that point then I was like, okay, I'm about to, like I said, just date on my terms, and like however I want to move, whatever I want to do, I'm gonna do it. And if it's no longer serving me, I'm gonna move on.
We all know that Diddy and Steve have been in the industry for quite some time, but lately, fans have been wondering whether they have a deeper connection than just friendship. It's no secret that Diddy has been on top of the music industry for a while. Even though fans don't necessarily agree with his music, it's undeniable that he is one of the most powerful players in the game. And in light of recent events, it wouldn't be surprising to find out that Steve is only a pawn in a very elaborate scheme set by Diddy. Recently, rumors started going around about Lori Harvey and Diddy being in a romantic relationship. This alleged couple stood out like sore thumbs and had people wondering as to why someone like Harvey would allow his beloved stepdaughter to date a man with such a shady past. And not to mention the age gap they have. I mean, Diddy is closer to Steve's age than to Lori's. TMZ broke the news reporting the identity of the woman Diddy was entangled to be Lori Harvey.
They actually look pretty happy.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
Shocking!
However, Lori denied any rumors involving her with Diddy when she sat down with E! News in a recent interview. She claimed that she has been hearing rumors about her relationship with people she hasn't even met in person. She claimed that she found the situation quite hilarious because she was told by tabloids that she was in love with somebody and had a relationship when she had never met the guy before. Makes you think, why does she want to keep her relations with Diddy on the down low? It's quite suspicious coming from Lori because she has reportedly been seen patrolling around with Diddy in places like New York, Mexico, Italy, and Atlanta.
Steve Harvey's 22-year-old stepdaughter in New York looking super happy. And there's Diddy looking, nervous.
So this is fueling the dating rumors that have been going on.
The most prominent incident that set the rumor in stone happened when the pair were seen in August. The duo was enjoying a PDA-packed vacation on Italy's Amalfi Coast with a group that even included Steve and Lori's mom. An eyewitness described one of Diddy and Lori's cozy outings on the trip in these words: "He was whispering in her ear and kissing her cheek from time to time. She had her arm around him and was stroking his ear and kissing him." I don't know about you, but this is not the type of behavior one would show to your dad's friend. Interestingly, not long after another rumor started going around that Lori might have gotten engaged during their getaway. Lori promptly dismissed rumors saying, "I'm not engaged. Stop believing everything y'all read on a blog." But it was soon contradicted by Diddy's own son. While attending a Tiffany & Co.'s men's collection launch event in Los Angeles on October 11th, Christian gave an update about the alleged couple to the celebrity site Hollywood Life. There, he told the outlet that Diddy and Lori were being private about everything. Although he didn't directly confirm the relationship, he did allude that something was going on between them. However, things fizzled out soon after, and sources claimed that the alleged relationship was just a fling, and Diddy is not ready to be in a committed relationship. The current conspiracy theory is that Lori might just be a cover-up strategy for Diddy. The rumors about Diddy being on the DL are nothing new, and it may be possible that Harvey might be helping Diddy clear his name by, so to say, lending his daughter to him. She did date Sean. She apparently is told by Steve and her mother. We shouldn't forget that people all over the industry have been claiming that Diddy plays for the other team, including whistleblower Jaguar Wright. A few years back, Jaguar revealed an incident that stamped the deal on Puff's orientation. She explained that she had a friend who worked closely with Diddy, and one day, she had to witness Diddy's indulgence with her own eyes.
When she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in, and when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, you know, they didn't stop. She just walked out.
Not to mention Keith D, who is also the prime suspect behind Tupac Shakur's demise, and Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, both claimed that they saw some very weird stuff going on behind closed doors of the Puffy mansion. Now listen, if you don't want to believe them, you will surely believe 50 Cent, who has openly acknowledged that Diddy's weird parties were not his cup of tea. That's why I don't be going to them Puffy parties and hug you from the front and the back at the same time. The F you talking about? Look, if you're into that, you into that. I'm fine with it. Each to his own. I'm just saying this ain't my kind of party. It's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom when shit like that is going on. While on topic, we can't forget Diddy's iconic party speech that featured Kevin Hart and Usher, where he openly talked about how he used to wake up in the same bed with Usher and wrestle over some frosted flakes.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the f did Puff just say?
Given the testimonies of 50 Cent and so many others, I think it's safe to say that Diddy isn't the straightest flying arrow on the block. But one might wonder why Steve Harvey would allow his daughter to be anywhere near a person like Diddy, given his shady history in relationships. Well, as it turns out, Steve might be on the same wavelength as Diddy. In an interview, an activist named Essie Berry spilled the beans on Steve's deepest and darkest secrets, exposing what goes on in the most secure room of his house.
If you didn't want nobody to know you had a computer full of naked men, you should have never had the naked men in your computer, Steve. Mary said you had it. That woman ain't lying, but they know if Mary get unscared and she come out, Steve's whole career would be over, if it's almost not over now.
But that doesn't explain why Steve would let someone like Diddy even come close to his stepdaughter. Is there a closed bond behind the scenes we don't know about? Let's not forget the whole legal fiasco that went down after Cassie decided to sue Diddy. For those who missed it, Cassie, who had a decade-long relationship with Diddy, filed a complaint in federal court claiming that he used to physically harm her. To make matters worse, she explained that Diddy would force himself on her whenever he felt like it.
And the claim is that during their relationship, he was physically abusive, that he required or demanded that she perform certain sexual acts with other people while he was there, and that he in fact raped her shortly before she left him.
In a statement with People, Combs' lawyer Ben Brafman denied the allegations, which he called offensive and outrageous. He labeled Cassie as a greedy ex who was trying to line her pockets by blackmailing Diddy into giving monetary compensation. For good measure, Ben tried to vilify Cassie by accusing her of defaming his client's good reputation. But Cassie and her lawyer did not cower in front of the opponent's tactics and gave an iconic response that reached the hearts of the public. Ventura's attorney Douglas Wigdor said in a statement, Mr. Combs offered Ms. Ventura 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit. She rejected his efforts and decided to give a voice to all women who suffer in silence. Ms. Ventura should be applauded for her bravery. Ventura and Diddy first met when she was just 19 years old and had just bursted into the music scene. She was signed under Diddy's record label. Soon after, the rumors of their relationship started going around. Diddy and Cassie reportedly started dating in 2007 after Cassie became the face of the rapper's fashion label, Sean John. The pair did not confirm their relationship at the time, but in the same year, Diddy split up with his longtime partner Kim Porter. Before moving on to Cassie, you should know that Gene Deal, who also worked as a security detail for Puffy, revealed that Puffy used to lay his hands on Kim Porter as well. But since Porter was more fiery than Cassie, she used to retaliate against Diddy. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue, Gene revealed,
Cassie thing, I didn't know her, but I knew somebody like her, and that was Kim Porter. I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through.
Another girlfriend of Diddy, Gina Hyun, claimed that at times Diddy would terrorize her and allegedly R her and do to her whatever pleased him, which of course also involves hiring male sex workers and getting down to it. So if we look back at Cassie's case, there is a good chance that Cassie was traumatized after everything she went through while she was in deep silence. Cassie relayed through her lawyer that she wanted to try a chance at justice before the Adult Survivors Act expired. She explained that after years of suffering in silence and darkness, she has finally mustered up the courage to tell her story and to speak up on behalf of other women who face violence and SA in their relationships. With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear to her that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma she has experienced that will take a lifetime to heal from. Shockingly enough, a day after Ventura filed her lawsuit, Diddy and the singer announced they resolved the claims in the lawsuit to their mutual satisfaction. The parties added that there will be no further details publicly released about the terms of the agreement. I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. As we all know, an out-of-court settlement usually means an admission of guilt. But Diddy's lawyer claimed that nothing happened, not that anyone believed him. He alluded that Diddy wanted to get it over with and his client was happy to get a mutual settlement. But his happiness didn't last, as just days after settling his lawsuit with Cassie, Diddy was accused of SA in another lawsuit filed in the Manhattan Supreme Court. According to the court documents, a woman named Joey Dickerson Neal accused Diddy of giving her substances and then taking advantage of her when she was a college student at Syracuse University.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing new allegations of sexual assault. This time, a woman claims the rapper drugged and sexually assaulted her in New York City back in 1991.
Attorneys for Neal claimed that she was the victim of riving a corn after the music mogul allegedly recorded the incident and shared the tape with his friends in the music industry. Neal's lawyer, Jonathan Goldhirsch, explained that the victim had already heard of Diddy's alleged mistreatment of women at the time when she met him, and thus was very cautious around him. When she reluctantly went on a date, she revealed that her drink was spiked, and when she went to the ladies' room, she soon couldn't independently stand or walk. The legal documents allege that the tape was viewed by many of the victim's peers. Lo and behold, just like last time, Diddy denied the allegations, saying, Ms. Dickerson's 32-year-old story is made up and not credible. Mr. Combs never saved her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. This is purely a money grab and nothing more. That same day, Diddy was accused of SA by a third woman, according to a lawsuit filed in New York County Supreme Court. In the lawsuit obtained by People, Jane Doe alleged that Diddy and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall took turns taking advantage of her and a friend in New York City more than 30 years ago. The spokesperson from Diddy's team claimed that the victims were using the law to fill their pockets without any conscience. Following his previous actions, Diddy denied the allegations, vehemently claiming that the public should not accept these things so readily. Just like last time, the lawyers worked overtime to clean his alleged mess. Shortly after the recurrent lawsuits, the Hop Hop TV network Revolt, which Diddy co-founded, released a statement via social media announcing that Diddy would no longer serve as the network's chairman.
He is denying all of the allegations, but there are clearly going to be some repercussions, and now they're feeling it at one of his companies in his empire, and that is
one of his biggest, actually.
Yeah, Revolt TV. We found out this morning that Diddy is stepping down
temporarily
as chairman.
In a statement, the network claimed that Sean Combs has stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt. It was revealed that Diddy didn't play any operational or day-to-day role in the business, and the decision helped to ensure that Revolt remained steadfastly focused on their mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. They indirectly claimed that Diddy's lawsuits were having disastrous impacts on their business. While people were suing Diddy, he was also busy suing other businesses that did not properly market his product. The music mogul charged that Diageo had neglected and under-promoted his De Leon tequila, dismissing it as an urban product in its marketing. In a lawsuit, the London-based Diageo, which makes well-known liqueur brands like Smirnoff vodka and Johnny Walker whiskey, countered that this was a baseless complaint. In a statement obtained by CNN, Diageo said Diddy's bad faith actions have clearly breached his contracts and left them no choice but to end their business relationship.
It states that the Diageo brand just severed ties with P. Diddy and his relationships with Ciroc and De Leon.
Diddy lodged an accusation against Diageo, claiming that the company did not market his spirits, including Ciroc vodka, as effectively as it did its other brands like Don Julio and Casamigos, which was co-founded by George Clooney. In response, Diageo countered by stating that the partnership with Diddy had generated close to $1 billion in revenue. The collaboration between Diageo and Diddy began in 2007 with the launch of Ciroc vodka. In 2013, Diddy acquired the De Leon brand and subsequently formed a joint venture with Diageo for the production of high-end tequila. Now, if you think that's the only deal Sean has lost, you've got another thing coming. According to RadarOnline.com, the Harlem charter school he founded 7 years ago has decided to cut ties with him. This decision comes shortly after sources at Macy's indicated that the retail company was in the process of phasing out its long-standing partnership with Diddy's clothing brand, Sean John. The charter school released a statement from Dr. Steve Perry, the founder of Capital Preparatory Schools, confirming the news. A decision has been made to end the partnership between Capital Preparatory Schools and Sean Combs. While all this was going on, Roger Bonds, who used to work under Diddy, took to his Instagram story to address the lawsuit, which mentioned him by name. According to Bonds, he was sharing this message because he has daughters, and he saw some things go down between Diddy and Cassie. Bonds shared a since-deleted post with pictures of himself and Cassie over the years, with a caption that read, "I'm willing to tell my truth because for so many years I was quiet. Nothing matters now but family." Bond's sudden appearance was interesting, as Cassie had discussed in her lawsuit that Bond tried to save her from Diddy when he saw them going at it in 2009.
What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. When you put your girl on the snap, baby, yo babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby, it's hot outside. You wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
Insiders claimed that Lori was indeed working on polishing Diddy's image while working under her father's orders. They revealed that she didn't want to associate with Diddy romantically because she allegedly knew what his previous girlfriends had gone through. If we look back on Steve's track record, it becomes increasingly apparent that he has indeed been a consistent supporter of Diddy. The media personality has featured Diddy on his various shows, conducted interviews, and openly praised him on social media.
The thing about Diddy, he didn't make a big splash about it. He just kept pressing him, because what my friend Dr. Perry was telling him was, why don't you just start, it's quicker, we can just start an after-school program. He said, no, I want to start a school here in Harlem. He pressed for 2 years. This is not a $100,000 donation, folk. This is millions of dollars of his own.
Aside from that, King of Comedy, Cat Williams was also in on all this drama, and he did not shy away from addressing his views on it. Rumors allege that Cat has revealed that he has evidence of Steve and Diddy participating in so-called freak-offs. Remember how I mentioned that Lori was in a relationship with Diddy? Well, Cat corrected the narrative by claiming that it was Steve who used his daughter to get close to Diddy for his own gain and pleasure. To prove his point, Cat Williams told host Shannon Sharp that music mogul Sean Diddy invited him to one of his parties, and he had to turn him down. This claim arose while Cat spoke about walking away from $50 million 4 times over the course of his career to protect his integrity and his behind, quite literally. He also took great satisfaction in his accomplishments in Hollywood and in never engaging in any intimate activity with a man. Just to protect my integrity and that V-hole I was telling you about, right? Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party and you got to tell him no. You gotta tell him no. I did. Later on, Cat dissed Diddy fearlessly by claiming that whenever he looked at other people's wives, he didn't feel any attraction towards them because he knew how blessed he was. He alluded that Diddy had to force his way through women, but he just had to use his natural charms. Many of you might not believe that Cat also revealed that Diddy asked him out separately at one point in time, but Cat's savage reply made him backtrack his words. In a live chat with Fat Joe, Cat spilled the tea.
I'ma tell you like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
On top of all this drama, Cat brought up Steve's family history. He alluded that Steve was very partial in giving his children affection. You see, Steve has loved his stepdaughter Lori very much, but reports revealed that Lori was the only child he cared about. If Steve didn't give attention to his other kids, it would have been better than what he actually did. You see, Steve's son Broderick revealed that he actually did not have a father figure for the first 16 years of his life.
And I know this firsthand. I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right? They were moving to Atlanta and they said, hey, Broderick, we want you to move with us because we really want to bring this family together.
But compared to what Steve did to his youngest son, this is just a walk in the park. TMZ reported that CPS were allegedly called on Steve after he got violent with his youngest son. He reportedly disciplined his son so bad that the police report included the pictures of the kid's injuries. According to reports, Steve lost his cool after his youngest son lied about turning in his homework at school. Winton revealed that his dad had hit him, leaving bruises all over his body. Not only that, Cat revealed the real reason why Steve pampered Lori so hard throughout her life. He claimed that Harvey wanted to exploit her beauty to please several of his higher-ups, one of whom included Diddy. We all know what the streets say about Lori's boy-hopping antics, and Cat claims that it is also one of the side effects of Harvey conditioning his stepdaughter. If you observe closely, Lori seems to change boyfriends, like she changes clothes. Apart from that, Cat also claimed that since Harvey was always hungry for power, he allegedly used his daughter to trap Diddy when he was in a bad place. He claimed that Harvey used Lori's familiarity with Kim Porter as his way in. Having a hard time processing this one. You were such a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you for always being so sweet and loving to me. I'm so glad I told you how much I loved and missed you last time I saw you. To put things into perspective, Cat claimed that Lori did not have any say in her relationship with Diddy. Another thing that stood out to the fans was that whenever Lori was spotted with Diddy, she was wearing white nail polish. Interestingly, Cassie revealed in her lawsuit that she was forced by Diddy to paint her nails white as it was what he preferred. And on top of that, fans noticed that Diddy pulled the same stunt with his ex-girlfriend, Young Miami, as well. Let's not forget that Lori started dating Diddy after all the Cassie drama. If you think about it, if Steve truly cared about Lori, he would have fought tooth and nail to prevent her from getting cozy with a person who has such a checkered past. But no, he actually facilitated their rendezvous. Fans believe that Cat is indeed telling the truth about Diddy and Steve's alleged arrangement. Cat Williams was telling the truth about these people. I do understand. We have all these people out here trying to get with these young and messed up their life with freak off. Please stop this mess. This world has changed for the worst. So what do you think? Was there some shady stuff going on behind the scenes between the trio? Or was Lori simply dating a man that she had a liking for? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to never miss out on any new videos.